he said he was homeless twice before.
Twice?
Yeah, and he's like never for like more than a month. He goes, I lost my place, and then I was living on the streets or whatever. He's like for a month, and then I was able to get back on my feet, and I was like, well, and that changed my perspective on a lot of things. For like
how does that happen though? Like, at least I mean, wait, hold up, we gotta do the intro. What's up, guys? Welcome to Culture Bomb, the podcast. It's actually called the Culture Bomb Pod. Is it called?
I believe it is. We can call it whatever we want.
It's just Culture Bomb.
No one can stop us.
Yeah, because already we didn't put our names on it, so nobody knows. We'll never know who we are. Usually it's done the other way around, where you become famous first.
Yeah,
and then you can. Yeah, and then you name your podcast.
We've never even said our names on the podcast.
Yeah. Well, you had a fight with a homeless person.
Yes.
Hold up, before we start, what is the age of this homeless person?
Probably like in his mid to late 50s.
Yeah?
Yeah.
How tall?
He's like a little bit taller than me.
Yeah? Race?
Yeah. It was a white guy with a ponytail.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I only go after the white.
So he has no excuse.
No excuse. He has so much white privilege. If he wanted to snap his fingers and be off the streets, he could.
Well, I mean, let's be real. If you could switch races with him, you would do it, because being white is just that cool.
Yes, the other 50% of me would just turn white.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, you're looking pretty spicy lately, I told you.
Yeah. It's been a conscious attempt. I've been shaving my hair and just growing out my mustache and calling people senor.
Yeah, also I'm marketing the podcast as two Latinx XX.
XXX.
Yeah, exactly. So
Tentacions.
I need you to get on that spicy shit.
Yes.
So what happened?
So at my store, at every store, you're technically not allowed to go after homeless people. So I'm.
Did he steal something?
We're not allowed to go after anybody who shoplifts.
Oh, right.
All you can do is say like, "Can I help you find something?" And then if they leave, pat them on the back and say, "Good job.
Yeah.
Thank you for stealing from us."
I have never seen that though. I gotta be honest with you. Every single time I've seen somebody try to shoplift something, the employee goes full John Wick on them. Every single fucking time. So I don't know, like, I know that might be the policy, but I've never seen an employee not care. It's the policy,
because basically the store mostly cares about money. So they tell you that way, if you go after somebody and you get hurt, you can't sue them.
Oh,
that's why. They want you to get their stuff back, but they also want you to like be able.
That's cheaper.
Yeah, it's cheaper for them
stabbed.
to be. Yeah, because if now I can still go after the people because no one's gonna fire me. But if I get hurt, they can just be like, "We told you not to do that."
Yeah.
Wink. So
don't follow the homeless.
Yeah. So now this podcast is putting my future career on the line and me telling this story.
It's been over, bro.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, true. Hollywood is dead. Like I should have realized that a long time ago.
Dhar Mann is the future.
Yes. No, but anyway, so what happened?
Okay, so I get a call. They basically what they try to do to deter people who are shoplifting is they put out a call on the speakers like, security, check cameras on blah blah blah, even though there is no security. And my manager knows that just means I'm gonna walk up to the front to see what's happening, and I see this like dude walking out with like 2 bottles of Jameson. Yeah. I'm like, okay. So my manager sees me walk out, and I go after him, and he's like on the sidewalk trying to get on his bike, and he gets on and looks over his shoulder and sees me, and like his eyes like go like real wide, and he tips over on his bike, like he tries to pedal off and just falls over.
Oh, wait? But how was he carrying the bottles?
I was a little bit behind him, so he managed to shove him into his backpack.
Oh, he had a backpack?
Yeah, but he was carrying him in his hands when he left.
Goddamn white privilege again.
Yep.
Continue.
So I follow him out. He put him in his backpack. He sees me, gets on the bike, and tips over. So I walk over to him like, hey, I was like, if you just give those back, like, you can go. I'm like, I'm not going to call the cops. You can just leave, dude. That's what I always tell him. And he gets up, and he kind of, like, pushes me. And he's like, I don't want to give it back. I'm like, hey, if you touch me again, like, I was like, I'm going to beat your ass, dude. And he's like, what? And he grabs the bike, and I grab the front of it. I'm like, you're not going anywhere until you give this back, dude. So he, like, tries to push me with the bike. I'm like, okay. So I started fighting with him, and this fool drags us onto this busy street, Foothill, which is like, it's late, but there's still a bunch of cars. He keeps dragging us like out onto Foothill. So I grabbed him and I threw him back onto the sidewalk on the floor. And then I'll avoid more details, but I grabbed his bike and I slammed it on the floor. and the front tire popped off. He's like, "Look what you did." I was like, "Yeah, I broke your bike, dude. I gave back the alcohol. You can leave." And then whatever, we started fighting again. In this car, I see this car's like pulling over on the sidewalk and the door's open, and this dude jumps out and he's like, "Hey," and he breaks it up, but he like takes my side because he assumes that he thinks the dude's trying to steal my bike or something.
What?
So,
no way.
Yeah.
No way this would ever happen.
Why?
What are you talking? You're not white.
I know.
He took your side automatically?
Yes.
What the hell? Where did this happen? In fucking paradise?
Yeah. Paradise Tahunga.
Yeah.
Home of the crackheads.
What was the race of the Good Samaritan?
He was an Armenian guy.
Oh.
So he's a Kardashian.
So he hates oppressors.
Yes.
Yeah, I understand.
So he gets out. He like takes my side. And the dude leaves, the homeless guy, and I'm like, whatever. Like, this guy's not going to give it. Because I kept telling him, like, give it back. And he's like, no, I don't want to. I don't want to. Like, this dude's obviously, like, his crack is alcohol.
Yes.
So he leaves. And the dude gives me a card. The dude who broke it up, he's like, hey, you want my business card? I'm like, yeah, sure. And he's like, I sell psychedelics and art. And I looked at the card. He sells DMT. I was like, Joe Rogan just broke up my fight.
What the fool who broke up the fight?
Yeah, he gave me his business card. He sells DMT. I have the business card right there.
What? Was fucking retarded. That's like giving a business card that says arrest me.
Yeah, well, okay, the business card didn't say he sells DMT. It talks about DMT and says that he sells art, which he does while on DMT, but he tells you when he gives it to you, I do DMT. Oh. I'll show you the card. Or like he tells you.
Where is it?
Let me go. Do you want me to go grab it?
No. Show me after.
Yeah. So
we'll
he
post it on the Instagram.
Yeah, we'll tag him and everything.
Yeah. No, I mean we'll just delete his info, but this sounds pretty interesting.
Yeah. So so that happens, and the homeless guy's gone. So I picked up his tire that popped off.
Yeah.
And I walked into my store, and I was like, I'm throwing this away in the receiving. So I take it to like the locked area where the trash can is, and I toss it in there and close the lid. And, like, at the end of my shift, I went out. The dude came back for his bike and I had to drag a tireless bike back home.
Damn, bro. You went full Rorschach on him?
I was just so annoyed. I was like, this is mine. And the dude was even, like, the dude who broke it up, he's like, man, being homeless is hard, blah, blah, blah. And I could tell, like, when he drove off that, like, just the disappointment seeing me, like, picking up the tire. Like, he wanted me to make, like, the right decision and be nice. But I was like, no. This is what Alfred feels every time Batman like breaks some like homeless dude's spine for
we're trying to steal bread to feed his family.
Yeah, that's what Alfred like has that expression on his face. Now I know.
Did you have to break the bum's back? Alfred, you don't get it. You don't buy it, I break it. That's not how the saying goes, sir. Damn.
So yeah, I've noticed the pattern. Every time I go after homeless people, it like escalates. The first time my manager ended up like
because they're crazy, bro. I don't know what you expect. Be like, but man, thanks for giving me that chance, sir.
No, but wait,
Jameson bottle back.
But wait,
he's stealing Jameson too. Like he could steal actual like good liquor.
That's just kind of expensive, the big bottles.
Yeah, but it's still fucking Jameson.
Let me explain what I mean by escalation. It's I'm gonna make my second Batman reference.
Listen, I was trying to merge into our sponsor here.
We have a sponsor?
Yeah, I should have picked Proper 12, the official whiskey of the UFC by Conor McGregor. Buy it now. Anyways, Elijah, you were saying.
That's totally going to steal. Everyone's going to want us to want to sponsor
Proper
us
12
now.
sponsors us officially.
They give us no money. They just send us crates of alcohol no one wants that they couldn't sell.
Conor McGregor forgives old men now and doesn't punch them. I say that's payment enough.
So, the escalation is the first time I like confronted the guy and the manager stepped in and the dude like was like all right and he left. Then the second time was even was like I stepped into it and the dude did give everything back. He gave all the stuff back. So there you go. Like sometimes they will. Because, like, he gave me, like, the White Claw, and I was like, I know you got something else. He gave me the Fireball. He's like, the White Claw is mine, which it was. I was like, not anymore, dude. Get out of here.
Why do you care, though? I don't understand that.
I'm so bored.
Yeah, but if that's the official policy, like, I would maybe, I don't know, snap it, take a picture of it, and be like...
You're not even supposed to do that.
No,
No.
You can't snap it and send it to your homies and be like, check out this homeless person stealing some shit. Like, I wouldn't. I don't know.
I'm just bored. I get bored. I work 8-hour shifts where I do nothing but deal with like annoying people.
Yeah.
I take out my anger on the homeless. I'm literally becoming Batman.
But I would like. Here's the thing. Like, if they would have been like dicks about it, if they were like annoying, I would understand. But like,
They are annoying. They annoy me by being homeless.
no, I know they're annoying. Like, I understand. Like, once the fool is like, "Hey, fuck you," like, then, you know, as a man, you're you're not even thinking by that point. You're like,
I literally
no,
just
fuck
rip his
you,
throat
bro.
out.
Yeah, exactly. Or even if you're the biggest coward in the world, you're still like, your brain's still like something's gonna come out.
It's the Winter
You're gonna
Soldier
antagonize
programming.
the person further. Like, at least that's your first instinct.
Yeah.
You might regret it, but I think it's pretty much inevitable
Yeah.
to do that. But I don't know. I wouldn't even engage in the first place. I would just be like, dude, Jameson, like, okay, you drink that fucking garbage, I guess, instead of, you know, proper 12, the best fucking whiskey in the goddamn world. You know, I guess that's, you know, you guys can go on proper12.com /culture bomb for 15% off. Officially.
We get slapped by a Proper 12 lawsuit. We do not want to be associated with you.
What do you think I'm trying to make happen here, Elijah?
Get slapped by a
No,
lawsuit?
I'm trying to get some publicity.
So like a
Listen,
publicity
Proper
lawsuit
12, the official drink
of
of
Culture Bomb.
slapping homeless people for stealing shit. And actually, if you had seen him stealing some Proper 12, you'd probably be like, hey, good choice, bro. You
Yes,
know
I
what?
would've.
Nobody should be denied the taste of Proper 12, the best fucking whiskey in the goddamn world.
Yes.
Yeah, see?
Yeah.
But he stole Jameson. You're like, listen, you son of a bitch.
I was trying to help him.
Yeah, exactly. Can you return those and take some Proper 12
Yeah.
bottles?
I was going to put him in a
please?
headlock and drag him back in and
Yeah.
take him to the Proper 12.
This is shit. This is good right here. You give him a Proper 12 bottle and a coupon.
Dude, can they hire us to make a commercial for their thing where it's just that, like someone's trying to steal Jameson?
Yeah, and
And
the winner comes out and knocks him out.
He like puts him like in a headlock and then he drags him and he's like, no, you got to steal that Proper. He can't even do the Lucky Charms accent.
No, he does the, what do you call it? He does, remember the Cerrone fight where he does the shoulder thing?
Oh.
Yeah, he just shoulder strikes him, knocks it away. He's like, you have to pay for that. Or I don't know how to do an Irish accent. Damn, bro. Well, guess what I did?
Had sex with a homeless person.
I wish. No, I watched The Bad Batch. And I have this theory that I wanted to share with you,
Okay.
which dawned on me as I was watching the show. All right,
Okay.
so the first episode is like an hour long, right?
It is.
I didn't expect it, but I'm like, yeah, you know, I'm enjoying it. I'm not like the time flew by where I realized I was like, that was longer than 20 minutes. And I was like, oh, it was pretty, you know, entertaining. And then I watched the rest of the show, and look, I'm enjoying watching the show. I'm not saying that it's not good, but like, I just have this feeling, like, or at least like, my autistic mind in immediately went into conspiracy mode, and I was like, I feel like they made the sequels, you know, like 7, 8, and 9, so shittily, so that everything else would be amazing in comparison. Because we have been conditioned for shitty Star Wars content, that anything that is even remotely competent is like where everybody's like jizzing themselves. Because first of all, The Bad Batch is the same fucking plot of The Mandalorian.
Yeah.
It's not even like, you know what I mean? Like they couldn't even change up the thing. They're both about these, you know, ex-badasses, you know, taking care of some stupid kid.
The same thing.
And I was like, okay, there's no twists that are blowing my mind. Like, there's nothing going on. Like, no character revelations that are that crazy. I saw like Sharpshooter becoming a villain, like coming like a mile away, like all this shit. And I was like, dude, but like just the fact that it's like that it has traditional like
Star Wars.
no, like traditional good like story structure and actual like competent, you know, acting or voice acting or whatever, like
all voiced by one guy.
Well, it's just like, oh really? Is it really?
All the clones are voiced by D. Bradley Baker.
But they're not clones, though. They're defective.
Yeah, but they're all still voiced by him. You can still have the bass. He voices everything.
That's sick as fuck.
And he does good, right? Like they all sound different.
I've never guessed that.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is like it's nothing special, but that's how like shitty like the movies were. Where like this is blowing my mind. I'm like this is what Star Wars should have been. You know, like just competent.
Yeah.
You know, sort of cliche, but like subtly cliche type of writing. You know what I mean? It's just fucking like it's just well executed. They're not trying to reinvent anything. Clearly they have the same fucking plot for both shows.
Yeah.
And just that is enough for me to enjoy it.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, it's pretty much that. It has like little, it's like competently made, and it has like little specks of things. I'm like, oh, that's cool. Like it has, the cinematography is great. It's like, oh, it's an animated show and it looks good. And the visuals are incredible.
The shots are dope. Like it has like close-ups, like they pull like focus from like one character to another. Like like that I would agree. It looks really fucking good.
It looks good. I like the world building stuff about how it's showing the transition between the Republic and the Empire.
Bro, they moved on that shit quick. I was like, motherfucker, they just fucking killed Grievous like 2 days ago, and suddenly it's like, your chain code. And I was like, chain code? Really, motherfuckers? Is this what we're going with? Where's your chain code?
Yeah, and one thing I always liked about Clone Wars is it deals with, like, it tries to deal with like deeper things like that you wouldn't see in like a kid's show. Like it straight up talks about like war crimes and massacring civilians in like the 3rd episode. Like they literally gunned down like innocent people for no reason.
What, in this one?
Yeah.
Yeah, but again, like it's nothing like. It's more mature than I expected, but again, it's not reinventing it. Like it's not Invincible, basically. Like Invincible is like an actual legit good show that has good twists, that has sick ass character development and everything. This is a by the numbers thing, but again, compared to how fucking shit the movies were, this is like The Godfather Part 2. Like it's fucking like it actually like blew my mind. I was like, they couldn't just do this with the fucking movies?
No.
Like it's crazy. Like this dude is now the fool who created the show is like the head of some bullshit, right?
Yeah, now he's the creative director.
Yeah, so he designs the characters and the Uyghur concentration camps.
Yeah.
And I was like, dude, like you should have put that fool in charge of everything. He's like,
and you won't even watch the Clone Wars, you ignorant fool.
Oh, I guess I'm not that big of a nerd.
Watch the last 4 episodes of the last season.
I might, because I'm very lonely and depressed.
And watch So the last season is 12 episodes, which is 3 4-episode arcs. The middle one is boring, like so boring. The first one has the Bad Batch. It introduces them, and it shows like.
Oh, I saw an episode. Yeah, that was called the Bad Batch.
Yeah, so that introduces them, and the last arc it takes place during Revenge of the Sith, but it's from like Darth Maul and Ahsoka Tano's perspective. So it's pretty cool. I
hated that they brought Darth Maul back.
They do. But they do so much good stuff with him. Like, it's all the wasted potential has been, like, fulfilled now. Like, he's one of the better Star Wars characters now.
But to me, it took away, like, basically, like, Obi-Wan's, like, one of his prime victories.
No,
you know what I mean?
But they make it more fulfilling. Because
I did not like it.
Because what they do with it is they tell this arc, like, I don't know, do you know how it ends?
Tell me again. So, I will now watch this.
Yeah, okay. Because it ends on like this really bad show called Rebels, but they build up their rivalry throughout like the Clone Wars, and then Obi-Wan goes to Tatooine. He's in isolation, and Darth Maul literally just goes like insane. Like his character's like, because that was always his character like on the show. Like he is fueled like completely by hate, and he's like, I need to kill Obi-Wan, and he goes like crazy, and he goes to find Obi-Wan on Tatooine. It's literally like a 2-minute sequence where he finds him. And they talk for a minute, and it builds up to this big fight. And there's this little subtle thing where Obi-Wan he has his stance from the prequels, which is like this like more offensive, like kind of cocky thing where he holds out his hand, he pulls a lightsaber, and then he switches to the stance he does when he fights Vader in A New Hope. And Maul goes like he does the same thing. He tries to kill him the way he killed Qui-Gon, and Obi-Wan just slashes him in half.
Again?
Well, he didn't slash him in half. He stabs him. He cuts him, and then they talk for a minute, and they have this like really great conversation, and then it ends. I was like, that was perfect. It's like a 2 minute, and it felt like something out of like an old samurai movie or something. Like it's just this really great moment.
What do you mean they have a conversation? He stabs him. He's like, oh yeah.
Because he talks, because like
I guess you fucking kill me. Yeah.
No, because Darth Maul sees, like, he can sense. He's like, oh, there's someone here. He's like, oh, like, and Obi-Wan's cut. He doesn't say the name, but he sounds like he's watching over Luke, and he's like, oh, this is like, the future.
There's some bastard child here that Obi-Wan is trying to protect.
Yeah,
and the way he does this is by changing his first name and leaving his last name the same. Because George Lucas is a fucking idiot. The stuff the prequels did in an attempt to like set up everything in the OT in like the dumbest ways possible, it like blows my mind. Like he's like, oh, C-3PO's in the original movies. Well, we have to show that he's in the originals, like, and he's built by Anakin. Yeah, he was
that
Anakin's sex robot.
It's like, why? And then like
he put a flesh doll in between his ass cheeks. And since he couldn't get no ass because a Jedi is supposed to not get any ass, he would fuck 3CPO.
And then he found Padme. But it's just like so much dumb like prequel stuff. I'm like, do you not think before you write things?
Clearly he does not. Clearly he just kind of like clearly he's just some fucking fat nerd who was like, I'm just gonna write Dungeons and Dragons fan fiction, and I'm gonna change the kingdom to a galaxy, and swords to lightsabers, and voila,
and it worked.
The biggest franchise ever.
It worked. It worked.
I think his character designs are honestly I just think how cool a lightsaber is what like made that fucking franchise, because everybody wanted to be a Jedi.
Yeah, it's that it's like, because it's a combination of things that so many like nerds love. It's like sci-fi and western and like fantasy,
and he made the villains look cooler than the heroes. Yeah, which was very smart on his part.
Well, yeah, he made Darth Vader's like a badass space samurai. That's like one of the coolest designs ever. It was
Well, talk about Disney. Fucking John Cena decided to just honestly lose, I would argue, every single person's respect.
Yeah, I'd say any
What happened exactly, Elijah? Please enlighten us.
Okay, so the other day, John Cena was doing a press tour conference thing for the Suicide Squad, which is...
Was it for Suicide Squad or for Fast and Furious?
Fast and Furious, that was it. Fast and Furious. So he's doing a press conference for Fast and Furious.
Yeah.
And he decided to speak in Mandarin, or is Chinese even a language?
No, it's Mandarin and Cantonese, and then a bunch of other bullshit ones.
So he spoke in Mandarin, and he was at a press conference, and in Mandarin he said, it's Taiwan, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so in Mandarin he said, Taiwan is going to be the first country that will be able to see Fast and the Furious 9 faster and more furious than ever before. In Mandarin. I really hope I'm not getting that wrong, but I'm pretty sure I read that the other day.
Well, he said it in... Let's just say that he said it in a Chinese language.
Let's just say he said it
in a Chinese
accent.
He didn't say it in English. Yeah, exactly. He did it in an accent, and he squinted his eyes the whole time that he did it. He actually pulled his eyes, and he wore a straw hat.
Yeah, that's what you would think he did. But what he actually
did would have been cooler.
He just, in Mandarin or something, said, Taiwan is going to be the first country that can see Fast and the Furious 9. And in saying that, angered the Chinese government very much. And the Chinese government, in my opinion, probably sent images to Disney of just missiles aimed at their headquarters.
He said
no
John
explanation.
Cena, a picture of him blowing Big Show. He's like, do you want this out? Oh, but you can't see me. He's like, I can see you in this one, motherfucker. I can see that Big Show dick in your mouth.
So yeah.
Allegedly. Listen, I don't know if John Cena's homosexual. That wouldn't even be that's not bad at all. I'm just saying that it would be blackmail. It does not go with his image.
Yeah. So basically, after China got mad, he went out and was like, I love China. I love the Chinese government. Thank you, China, so much. I love you. I'm very sorry. Taiwan is not a country. What even is Taiwan?
Do you have his quote, though? Did he actually say, like, Taiwan is not a country?
No, I don't think he did. Oh. I think he just apologized and was like, I love it. Like, he did say, I love China.
I'm so sorry.
He did say, I love China, though. And, the implication being, I love Xi Jinping and Winnie the Pooh and the Chinese government. How is this, government.
Like, I feel like there's a battle of of free speech on two fronts. Because, like, on one hand, you have all, the purple-haired retards. And on the other side, you have the second most powerful fucking country in the world. Like, it's crazy, right? Like, how you're fighting both. Like, you're fighting a war.
Yeah, we're fighting both of them.
Yeah. Yeah, me personally. Listen, Xi Jinping.
I'll do whatever you want.
No, I was gonna say, watch your back. Hey,
I mean, if you don't stop this, China, I'm gonna have to intervene.
Listen to me, Winnie the Pooh. Check your six.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get killed.
I know. It's
Straight
tomorrow.
up.
Chinese death squads.
Yeah, exactly. They're probably gonna do that. Poison me, some bullshit or whatever.
Like Breaking Bad style, the ricin or whatever.
If I could, however, listen, Xi Jinping, if you're actually listening to this, my advice is just ignore him, bro. Putin doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Right? Like, Putin will give a fuck about, like, journalists, just finding out his bullshit. But he doesn't give a shit about stupid shit like that, or like people putting skulls in a movie or whatever.
That's why Putin's the coolest tyrant.
Yeah. Like, I was actually thinking about this. This is a tangent, but I have arguments in my head, where I'm just arguing with some fucking. Sometimes it's with some conservative retard, and otherwise with some woke retard. And I was thinking in my head, I was like, you guys don't understand that leaders can't be perfect. Like, I was tripping on basically the concept of toxic masculinity, and how, like, you've heard that phrase of like tough times create tough men, and then create good times create weak men create tough times, some shit like that.
Yeah.
And I was thinking about it, I was like, yeah, that's the fucking truth, because, like, like, you've seen all this UFO shit coming out, and I'm like, if we actually had an alien invasion, would you ever vote Democrat? No, right? You wouldn't. Dude, if they were like, listen, we need to find a leader
who will destroy.
Who will be in charge of the entire planet to secure the survival of the species.
I would pick Putin.
I would pick Putin 100% of the time. Exactly, because you have to, like. Because I would be like, listen, will he leave power?
No,
probably not. I'm gonna be generous. Probably not, right? Or he will, but he will change the name. He'd be like, I'm now the Senate.
Yeah, I'm the emperor.
Yeah, exactly. But I was like, would I ever trust even Obama to fucking lead that shit? Hell no, right? Like, because that's the thing. Like, sometimes you need sociopaths to be completely utilitarian and pragmatic and just fucking. Like, make all these hard decisions that, like, if you have feelings, you're not gonna. Yeah, you're not gonna be able to make them in good conscience. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe Angela Merkel will be second. I can tell that bitch has no heart. She pretends it, but she's scared of dogs. And I'm like, bitch, you're not scared of dogs. You hate dogs. You're racist against dogs, and you're trying to hide that with this excuse of being afraid of them. Oh, I'm afraid of them. She fucking goes to entire fucking dogs. I swear to God, they should all be exterminated, just like those damn. You know what I'm saying.
She goes Michael Vick behind closed doors.
Yeah. But, dude, I mean, I don't know. LeBron did the same thing, LeBron was like... He's a fucking phony. I've lost all my respect. Like, I'm not saying that he hasn't done good things, but I've lost all my respect. Listen, if you can't stand up against to tyrants once you have, like, $450 million fucking dollars and... like, also, like, he's not going to China. You know what I mean? You don't live there. You're not in danger. You know what I mean? You don't have to be like, you're not going to be like leading the Hong Kong protests. You're not putting your life at risk. But just make it clear that you stand with people and not the government, because that's what.
The problem is that there's a huge Chinese market for the NBA.
Right, but I'm saying if LeBron.
I'm on your side.
I understand, like, some fool riding the bench. Like, I would admire that, but I would admire if he like were to say, like, hey, fuck y'all. But I understand, because, like, I'm like, dude, like, this fool, like, he doesn't have the clout or the power, like, because the NBA is not gonna fire fucking LeBron James. Like, there's a like, that's what was tripping. I was like, because when, like, Kaepernick, like, started kneeling, I was like, if that had been, I don't know, anybody else, you know what I mean, like an actual, like, First of all, not a backup quarterback. You know what I mean? If it had been like Dak Prescott or somebody who's like a starter, nothing would have happened. But they just were like, dude, who gives a fool's fucking mad annoying. He's fucking
not that good.
Yeah, exactly. Not that good. The afro doesn't fit in the helmet. Let's get this fool out of here. But if that had been fucking, I don't know, Michael Vick or somebody of that level, like, you think they would have fucking gotten rid of him? Hell no.
Nope.
Tom Brady started kneeling right now and just wearing a fucking Confederate flag across his fucking forehead. No, you think they would, like, the NBA would be like, dude, like, go ahead, sir. Yeah, go ahead, partner.
Partner.
Fucking John Cena. I'm still gonna watch the movie. I don't give I mean,
I'm gonna watch.
Yeah.
Bro, I love the Fast and Furious movies. Are so like, they're just like the best lowbrow. Have I told you the story?
Well, you fought a homeless person watching Fast and Furious.
No, but I do have a Fast and Furious story that's kind of cool.
What happened?
When I was young, and I was in, I think I was like in probably like first grade or something.
Yeah.
And one day they shut down our school for 3 days because they were filming a movie. And I went home, and it was whatever. And I went back to school. And then like a year later, my dad got this movie on DVD. And he was like, hey, look, this is the movie they filmed in front of your school. You can see it. And it's the first Fast and the Furious. The first one. Yeah, and it's the scene. Remember when they kill the kid at the end and they have the chase scene with the dude on the motorcycle? And they go over the hill to get him, and they fly over the hill.
I remember that, but I mean, honestly, I think I only watched that movie once, and it was when it came out.
Yeah, so it's that scene where they go over. You can see my school right there, like right. They went because it's on this.
They
steep
closed
hill.
off your school because of that.
Because they were doing a giant stunt right in front of it.
So what?
I have no. They did it for 3 days. I don't know.
Huh.
I have a very clear memory of it, dude. And it was just
what
a nothing.
Waste of money.
It was just a nothing movie at the time. It was the first one.
Nah, but it was a pretty big fucking hit.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like when they closed it down, like no one was like, "Oh, Fast and the Furious." It was just like, "Oh, they're filming some movie," and then ends up being like one of the biggest franchises in history. But yeah,
I didn't even know that was a remake too. Did you know that it was a remake from like a 40s movie?
I did not know that.
Yeah, Fast and Furious.
I've never heard that before.
Yeah, it was. Well, I don't know if it was like a straight up remake, but there was another movie called Fast and Furious that had like a similar plot line.
I did
like
not
Scarface. Like that blew my mind that was a remake.
Yeah, I heard that one before.
Yeah. Oh shit.
But yeah, I have a little connection to the first Fast and the Furious. But
you know who I have a little connection to?
Me, through your penis.
Close, but no, he looks like you, Kevin Spacey.
Great
Bro,
segue.
Wow, what a fucking news story. Holy shit. Okay, so first of all, allegedly, Kevin Spacey has murdered 4 of his accusers. Like, straight up, like, just went full Frank Underwood on them. And they were like, he touched my pee-pee. He's like, you gotta touch God right now, motherfucker. Fucking shoots him. I don't know. I assume that the way he kills them is the way that, like, his, like, characters or, like, people...
He's
like
just doing the stuff from 7.
Yeah, exactly.
He's killed 4. He's got 3 more methods left.
Yeah, and he strangles them, like, or he pushes them on the train tracks. Yeah. Or he strangles him like he does that dog in the beginning of House of Cards.
I've never seen House of Cards,
dude.
I want to
listen to me. It's worth it.
Yeah, it's on my list.
Even because the last season,
they boot him out.
Yeah, like they had to get rid of him, but it's still like. This is what I would say. It's not as bad as drop off as Game of Thrones at all, because they're while they're losing, like one of the main characters
and one of the greatest actors of all time.
Exactly,
those kids.
I need to make that clear. One of the greatest actors of all time, possibly greatest murderers as well.
Yeah.
The show, like, I don't know, it has like a. I was like, yeah, like this isn't what I wanted, but it's definitely better than nothing, and it does try to tie up the story. So I would definitely watch the show because the rest of it is fucking amazing.
They probably just have better quality writers than Game of Thrones did.
And also, it's kind of crazy how you could have a show about politics and not have it feel like, like 12-year-old political stuff. Like it's actually like legit. But anyways, yeah. So he murdered 4 people allegedly. And now he's making a movie. Did you click on the article, or did you just read the headline?
I read the headlines. He's playing a pedophile. It's a French film, right? He's playing a pedophile hunter.
That's like if Bill Cosby played
serial rapist.
Yeah, no, a fucking prude black comedian who sells pudding, who happens to be secretly a rapist hunter.
That's like if they cast Bill Cosby and Promising Young Woman in the lead.
Yeah, he's like boop, and he just, but instead of killing the rapey guys, he just rapes them. He's like, that'll teach you. Trust me, this shit will fuck you up. I've seen it. You won't get past this.
You will not emotionally recover.
Yeah, listen to me. You're dead.
The pudding pot, you're gonna kill yourself.
Yeah, and I don't know how to feel about this, because I do feel you should be allowed to go back to your life once you've paid the price of like your crimes. But he has not paid any price because he's murdering every accuser.
Dude, that's so insane. How are those headlines real? Are they real? That these people were accusing were actually dying?
I knew of one who had committed suicide, and that was suspicious enough. But
are the other three real? That's what
are they consistent with statistics? Because maybe he just has raped so many fucking people that they're not even they're not even statistical outliers. You know what I mean? Like, it's like Cosby, like he raped allegedly 50 something women.
I don't think it's allegedly with Bill Cosby. Wasn't he convicted of all of it?
He was convicted of just one.
Oh, okay.
But anyways, he was, oh shit, what the fuck? He had what
happened to the soundboard from last week?
I have it here. I'm just waiting for it. Don't worry about it.
Bill Cosby raped 50 people.
Yeah, you ruined it, but yes, that was good. But anyways, he I think it was like 56 women accused him of rape. So, like, I'll give you an example, just statistically based. Based, like, just based on statistics, around 5.6 of them should be gay. Do you know what I mean? Because like 10% of the world approximately is gay. Yeah. But that's how, you were like, wow, he raped 5 lesbians, and you're like, because he raped so many women that just based on statistics alone, it's possible that 5 of them were lesbians. So I think that that's the thing with Kevin Spacey is some fool
But they're not all committing suicide. They're dying car accidents.
No, but they commit. Dude, suicide is the number one killer of white males.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is that could explain why one or two of them would be suicides, but one of them suicide, the others they died in a mysterious car accident.
No, but do you consider four gunshot wounds to the back of the head a suicide? Because I do.
Yes. Absolutely.
Exactly.
Kevin Spacey, you are very clear. These people have just committed suicide in statistical likeliness. Kevin Spacey, please.
Yeah.
We're on your side.
What if he's such a good actor that he's secretly playing the detective of all these murders and nobody notices? He finds some fool
suicide. Yeah,
what if he finds some fool with hands imprinted on his neck, and then he puts his hands on them. He's like, they fit perfectly. I guess it could be anybody. And then he's such a good actor. Everybody else is like, you're right, detective. What is it? Hunter, man, pedophile hunter. Detective. Is that Danish? Yes. Dude, I don't know. I mean, I'm gonna watch the movie and leave it to France to not give a fuck about pedophiles. They didn't give a fuck about. Wait, actually, let's hold up. Let's give a round. Let's give a cheers to France for supporting unemployed pedophiles. Respect to France, yeah, for realizing that pedophilia should never get in the way of good art. They were like, Polanski, bro, just 13.
That's the legal age.
Yeah, it's 14 in France actually.
It is now, wasn't it very vague before this?
Well, they did it. Oh Jesus, they did it just to. What the fuck? They did it.
Are
just.
Are you molesting your phone? He just said stop it. I said stop it.
Stop it. I said stop
it. I didn't even notice.
What the hell? Your phone's sentient now.
They changed it just because of Polanski. We're like, listen, we're not gonna be the ones accused of harboring a pedophile.
Yeah. So
They're like, so we kick him out? No, we changed the law. Oui. It's such a good solution. And now we're taking fucking my stepdaughter.
the leader of France just really likes Chinatown.
Dude, that fool is a reverse pedophile.
Who?
The Macron? Because his wife is like 65. It was a reverse. Actually, he's dating a pedophile. It never
You're a
ends.
victim.
It never ends. It's just a bunch of sex crimes. It should be called fucking. The capital should just be called sex crimes instead of Paris.
The French must be stopped.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe, hopefully, when they nuke the Middle East, the nuke like fucks up and it gets to France. You know.
Stupid Eiffel Tower.
Yeah, fuck them. I already been to Paris. I don't give a fuck if it gets nuked. I've seen
Paris?
it. Yeah.
This dude's been traveling, bro.
It was a long time ago.
You
It
know
was
where I've been?
8 years ago now.
Damn. I've been nowhere. I've been to Mexico. I've been to your place. That's
Well,
it.
You consider yourself lucky.
No, I consider myself unfortunate.
Listen, there's a thing I learned about Europe is that we're not really missing out on anything.
No.
And
Europe
also
sucks.
everything is fucking tiny.
Yeah.
Like, and they're not exactly like, I mean, they're skinny people, but they're tall. So I'm like, what? Like, how the fuck does anybody fit anywhere? Like it was like the cabs were tiny. Like the fucking shower, like, was like, even I was like, my shoulders wouldn't fit.
What the hell?
Yeah, like I had to keep my titties closed to be able to like move around in the shower. Yeah, because we stayed in like, because everything was made for like, you know, from like the fucking like 1500s when people like the average height was like 5'3" or some shit like that. Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I figured. I was like, I'm assuming it's just because this place is so.
Yeah, and all the streets were like made for horses and slaves, so cars don't exactly fit. Here they knew. They were like, listen, once we're done with this slave shit, we're gonna have some pickup trucks. So let's make the streets as big as possible, dude. Okay, I want to talk about this. This is the funniest thing. Well, not the funny, but I thought it was funny. Where like, you know what NPR is?
Yeah, it's like a pod. Yeah.
No, I actually thought you were gonna talk shit.
No, what is that?
Well, NPR is a fucking radio show.
Yeah. No, that's
And
I knew that.
They're like the cuckiest shit. I used to listen to a lot because, you know, I used to be like a full blown Stephen Colbert and just be like, I need my daily dose of Trump bashing, you know. And I haven't listened to it in forever. Like I would listen to the station sometimes at night because they'll have like DJs play like some mix or whatever. And I like the music at night, but in the morning they have, you know, some low testosterone dude fucking saying the headlines.
Yeah.
And he was talking about how like Bumble and I think Hinge or some other dating apps, they were like creating incentives for you to get vaccinated. So they would give you like, I guess, some sort of reward for proving that you're vaccinated.
Bruh.
And it's like, do they not understand their business model? It's like nobody's reading the fucking profile. Nobody gives a fuck. If anything, dating apps were responsible for most of the spreading during the pandemic. That's how I got it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because that was the one socializing thing that I was doing, which was still like, you know, meeting a stranger every once in a while. And I thought that I was limiting the risk because I was like, why should I hang out with the group of my friends, you know, when I could just...
one person that
yeah,
I
exactly.
don't know
And also I can't fuck
them
them while they're awake. And yeah, like I was like, dude, like no one gives like I sometimes it's funny, like they'll put like Tinder did this thing where like it was like vibes, and you basically like they ask you like a question of like, if you were at a party or you most likely to be, and then you put like dance floor, you know, doing coke or standing in the corner, some bullshit, and you pick the option, and then it shows you a group of people
who pick the same
yeah
thing?
Exactly. And it's like they don't care. They don't give a shit. This is 100% looks based. Like I have seen, like I swipe right on women that have on their profile like, please be 6 foot and above. Like, bitch, I don't give a fuck. I don't care what
For
you
context,
want.
Miguel
Exactly.
is 5'3".
Yeah, might as well.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't like. It doesn't matter. Like no one said like nothing in a profile besides like, I don't know, maybe like excessive like activist hashtags, but even then like nothing ever really has stopped me. from swiping right. You know what I mean? Like if I think somebody's attractive, like that's all that matters. And you could argue that like attractiveness is, you know, like based on personal preference, which it is.
Yes.
But you still have to find that person attractive. Every single woman that has, you know, allowed me to have sex with her, you know, as blind as they may be, they thought that I was attractive. Otherwise, they wouldn't allow it. I would. That's the same thing with me. You know what I mean? Like it does. Like I feel like they're missing like, or I don't know, like are they trying to make people feel better? It's like no, like see, like now you put you're vaccinated, and this will help your profile. And it's like, no one gives a fuck. If anything, like I said, everybody on Tinder was like the people that were like that gave the least fucks about the fucking pandemic.
Yeah.
Because they were like on a page designed to meet strangers. It's like they do not care. Fuck. Oh yeah, I switched. I was trying to game the system, but it did not work. I put my bio. Swipe left for Israel and swipe right for Palestine. Lots of Zionists. I'll tell you what, lots of Zionists. A lot of bitches not putting their money where their mouth is. You know what I'm saying? They're like, huh? See, now of course, yeah, you'll follow your beliefs all the way through, except when it comes to swiping right on a man you might not find attractive.
And who is under 6 feet?
Yeah, exactly. It's like, oh, so you're willing to fight in the war? You were willing to go protect the country of Palestine from the evil Israeli missiles. And if part of that was dating some dude you don't like, they're like, that's where you draw the line. You're like, listen, I'll go to Gaza Strip myself and shoot at the IDF, but date a dude I don't like? Hell no. No, date me.
Yeah,
they're like, I'll risk my fucking life for the Palestinian children. It did not work.
No.
I don't know. Should we have
as you just said,
what?
They don't read the profile.
I know, but I thought that, or maybe I should put it, I don't know. I have too many memes on it.
You have a bunch of memes on your Tinder profile?
I had a few, yeah, and they were all not good. It was because they're like political compass memes. I don't know. Maybe I'm trying to find a very specific type of woman that does not exist.
Yeah, you and me both.
Yeah, exactly. Somebody that goes on Reddit and shit posts.
Miguel just commenting on every post. If you are a woman under the age of blah blah blah, please DM
Whoa,
me.
under, no, over. Dude, I was talking to a friend that I hadn't spoken to in forever, and they said something of like a weird phrase of like, don't worry about like bitches, or like every like there's a new crop of 18-year-olds every year. I'm like, what? Excuse me?
It's a new crop of 18-year-olds every day, technically.
I mean, yeah, but I was like, what the fuck? I was like, I don't know, like 21, I guess.
Well,
if I can't go,
there's a new crop of 21-year-olds every day too.
Yeah,
Miguel, just letting you know, there's a new crop of every age every day.
Exactly, you're right. That is technically true. I don't know. If I can't go get a drink with somebody, it's like, you know, it's like, what are we gonna do exactly? I actually have no idea. Like hiking, you know what I mean? What am I, a fucking idiot? go walking
Let's
as
go
a
walk
date.
in
That's the walk.
nature.
Yeah, exactly. Walking. Oh, let's go walk up some stupid hill.
Let's do what the Neanderthals had to do every day.
Yeah, exactly.
I live in a house, you stupid bitch.
Yeah, let's get really tired while we walk up a hill and can't even talk. It makes no fucking sense. And I have no idea like what else it exists going on a date besides like going to get food, watch a movie, and get a drink.
Right. Because people always like. I think it's because we're boring, introverted to a certain degree type people.
I can't think of anything else that you would do though.
People are like, "Don't you want to do something exciting?" I'm like,
bitch,
that is exciting.
Like
me.
what? Go to the gun range. Blah, blah, blah. Go pick fights with homeless people. Yes. You might try that one.
Yeah, you just don't get the. Yeah, you play a mini game called "Try Not to Get AIDS."
Yeah, you go to West Hollywood. Yeah, just hit on other people.
Yes. Anyone who sees this we put these on YouTube too, right?
Yeah, we do.
Anyone who sees this on YouTube, comment exciting date things.
I've Googled them. and it was some bullshit like
go on a picnic.
Yeah, go on a picnic. I'm like, that's still eating.
That's still kind of gay, also.
Yeah.
Oops. Wait, shouldn't have said that. But
Well, you didn't say that in a way to disparage homosexuals.
Yeah, I'm that sounds dumb to me.
And
I think homosexuals are dumb.
Yeah, listen. Yeah, if you don't get it, you're stupid.
Yeah.
But
okay. I was joking. Please don't cancel me in 20 years.
Dude, it's been over. They're gonna do a background check. They're gonna go straight on my Instagram, and they're just gonna click on the, I don't know, whatever post and be like, it's over. We're not hiring this motherfucker.
Listen, my posts are very clean. Yours are insane.
It's all nepotism and looks based. That's the only way to go past nepotism. What are the names of the brothers from Stranger Things?
Duffer Brothers.
They are a miracle in the system.
Allow me to explain. This whole thing that Miguel's saying has been going on for a minute. But yesterday I woke up to a DM of him sending me a Dhar Mann video and saying,
yes,
our dreams of being famous are dead.
It's over.
And for context, Dhar Mann makes really bad videos that are like short 3-minute videos where the moral, there's like a dumb like kindergarten moral at the end of every video.
He's like an Indian Tyler Perry.
Yeah.
Basically.
But it's so dumb because he makes the types of videos that your grandma sends you on Facebook to like when she's mad at you, like
to teach you like some lesson.
Yeah, when the family gathering goes wrong, your grandma sees this, she's like, yes, if my grandchildren would just watch Dhar Mann, then our family could enjoy Thanksgiving together without hurling racial slurs over political disagreements.
Yes, let's give some context and read the titles of these brilliant short films.
I love these. Like,
okay, but please keep in mind that every single one of these has like 8 million views.
Yep.
8 million views, by the way, is probably 4 times as high as the average late night show episode. Because again, Hollywood is fucking dead.
And you want to know something crazy? He gets like 4 times those views on Facebook.
Dude, okay.
Like, Facebook is his biggest market by a wide margin. Like, it crushes everything else.
First of all, this motherfucker has almost 10 million subscribers. Again.
And he possesses no
I
talent
believe
at
in
all.
myself. I can make 2%. I can have 2% of that. I can have 20,000 subscribers. I believe in us. I think we can do that. Okay, so the titles TikTok famous. Okay, this is a caps lock. TikTok famous teen kicked out of club. What happens next is shocking. Now, you guys have to know that this is not true. Right?
What happens next is not shocking.
No, I meant like the clickbait shit is for for fiction. Like, this is not a true story. Like, this isn't some article. Like, usually you see clickbait for shit that actually has happened. So you're like, oh, I want to know what actually happened. This is made up.
Yeah.
This is not
it's
real.
A skit that he writes.
Yeah, like doctor shames high school dropout, instantly regrets it.
Yeah, those are all his videos. Like, what happens next will shock you or instantly regrets. What happens just over and over again.
They're all full of regret, actually. Sister calls brother's girl a gold digger. She instantly regrets it.
Yep.
Businessman threatens Asian owner, lives to regret it. Why lives to regret it? Does he go in the Yakuza later?
That's what I always it's like, lives to regret it usually means
what the fuck are you talking about?
There's something. So, yeah, all his videos basically have the same moral, which is don't treat people bad.
I can't see this one.
Well, now you legally have to. He's just quoting a Dhar Mann video. Dhar Mann video.
I might actually watch this one.
Okay, we should.
It says student with Down syndrome gets shamed. What happens next is shocking. she learns kung fu. she goes or she shoots up the school. She's dead. That would be pretty shocking. That's yeah, it's like when it's shocking. You watch the thing, and she's like, and she fucking goes and trains in the mountains. And she comes back, and she fucking suplexes everybody. And she's like, I learned this, and it takes. And then she takes out a fucking shotgun. She shoots somebody, and she's like, and the fool's like, she shoots somebody like on the neck, and he's like fucking on the floor. And she's like, "Nah, who's retarded?"
Stop. We're so canceled. This is the last episode.
Please, I have to watch it. I hope that this is it.
Mikhail, that's not what's gonna happen. She's gonna come back and then be like smart at math or something. Yeah. That's what always happens. They're always like, cause I see so many channels that just make fun of his videos. And I always watch the ones making fun of him, and it's always just like, oh, you're stupid, like, and he's not connected to reality. Like, one of his ongoing series is about this girl who plays like video games, and like this one kid bullies her, and like in the next
the Among Us video?
No. Yes, it is that one. She's the one. That's the third part though. And in the second part, the bully has been like demoted to like working as a janitor at his high school. Like, this isn't legal. You can't.
How would that happen?
And then some other chick comes up and bullies him for being poor, and she's rich. And then the mom's like, "Now you have to be the janitor at the high school." And the end of the video, he always narrates like this, like, "And at the end, they learned not to judge a book by its cover." And Janine,
so he has to actually like articulate the lesson learned.
Yeah, like, that's
hilarious.
We need to. Can we just review this for the?
Yeah, I'm just trying to find like some so like ridiculous. Other like cool. This one's what the fuck? Single mom shamed by soccer mom. All soccer moms are single. I'm thinking of nurses. No, never. Yeah, I'm thinking of nurses. Never mind.
Now, soccer moms are just unhappily married.
Yeah, unhappily married. Yes, exactly.
It's it's always the same thing. Like, someone in like a lower class, not like in a lower position, like poor or a nerd, is bullied by someone who's mean or well off. Then the person who's mean loses what they have that puts them in the higher tier because of that they're mean. Then you flash forward a certain amount of time, whether it's a week, a month, or a year, and the poor person or the dumb person
rich.
Now has their tier, and the person is like, "Oh wow, what happened?" Blah blah blah. Like, I learned my lesson. I shouldn't have treated you that way. And then he comes out, and at the end, he learned not to bully people for being a nerd. And then he'll say like, "Don't judge a book by its cover" on the screen. And it's like, I've seen his interviews where he's like, "Yeah, I do it." Like, he's explains like, "Yeah, we have to put in like very simplistic. Like, the reason the dialogue is so bad is because we have to write it so it's understandable by people from like who speak any language." I'm like, what? He's like, "Our biggest market is non-English speakers." Blah blah blah. I'm like, why? Why are you making these videos?
Well,
because you get
listen. The point of that, way too long an autistic rant that I went on is that I believe that we could do this, and I would be happy doing this.
I do believe we could shoot up a school.
No, not shoot up a school or learn karate. But I just like it. To me, like, again, like, that just blew my mind that this man exists. I'm like, how is this?
This is a new Among Us player. I can't believe no one guessed you were an imposter.
Amazing.
Among Us.
What's the name of that video, bro?
I don't know yet.
God damn it.
It's the ones with that chick, Sniper Wolf, like on YouTube. She like played video games and she was popular because she was like kind of hot and she liked Metal Gear Solid.
Is this on the... No. I was looking for it on the soundboard and it says Among Us.
Oh. Among Us.
Nah.
That's the Patrick meme. Bro, I'm going to edit that.
What about this one, though? You ever heard this one?
And he's clearly trying to appeal to this younger market because like I've seen like 5 of his videos that the moral is like, it'll be like, "Mom is angry at her son for playing Fortnite. What happens next will shock you." And the mom's like, "Get off your ass, you stupid loser, and stop playing video games and like clean the house." Like, "Mom, I'm getting so close to winning the Fortnite tournament." She's like, "Video games are not a career." And then at the end, she's like, "I'll make a bet with you. Your stupid Fortnite can never pay the bill." And he like wins a Fortnite tournament, and he's like, "And at the end, Billy made $50 million by playing Fortnite." But his wife learned he isn't a cuck. And he's like,
but then he later, like every other streamer, eventually said 1,000 racial slurs on Twitch. And now he lost all his money.
It's something else, dude. I've seen so many of his videos. They're glorious.
I forget where I heard this. I think it was like some podcast, and somebody was saying like how being a Twitch streamer is basically like just trying not to say the N-word, and you realize that like you can go maybe like 6-8 years without saying the N-word. Like that's like the world record, and then inevitably you're gonna fucking say it. Like it's just like I was like that's pretty funny. Like it's like you should get allowed to say like 1-8 like because that's the record because that full time. I mean think about it. These people record themselves basically all day,
hours,
exactly for hours for years. Every one N-word every 8 years.
Yeah, there should be a timer reset.
I agree. You should get one every week.
You should just be like PewDiePie levels of success. His wasn't even like the N-word. His was bad. The way he was like, you fucking. I was like, whoa. No, he said, what a stupid. I was like, whoa.
Yeah, because.
But like
some of them get caught. Like, I think there's a difference between saying it and using it.
Yeah.
And he was using it.
Yeah.
He was
but
like,
I
oh.
think his.
I was like, oh, hey.
I think the way that situation unfolded is how it should unfold. Like 90% of the time, because he was just like
he was too famous, and also it wasn't the same political climate. It was like 3-4 years ago.
Yeah, but at the same time, like I understood like his like apology was like not like the typical YouTuber apology thing.
Yeah.
He was just like
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, he's just like I shouldn't have said that. He's like that was wrong, blah blah blah, and he owned up to him. Like okay, cool, and then everyone like let it go because of like who he was. And there's still people that like people try to cancel him like every day. I'm like he's clearly not racist. Like he
looks like it though. That's the thing.
He looks like white and Swedish. Yeah.
Yeah, but he looks like fucking.
He looks like a
Hitler.
fortune. Yeah.
Damn, I'm trying to find. Dude, there's no signal in this fucking godforsaken place.
No, yeah. When I moved in, it took us like a month to get internet, and I just I came home and I was like in a black hole.
Yeah, because I just Googled PewDiePie N-word. And it is not coming up. But Dhar Mann, it came up immediately.
He pays the big bucks for you to be able to see his videos in third world countries.
I see. Oh, there's a PewDiePie logo here. I wonder if that one's it. Oh, do you remember this? What a classic. I thought he was saying Bitcoin.
Yeah, it says BitConnect.
I don't think that's the same thing.
Yeah, it's not.
Well, anyways,
Hold
you know
up.
what, guys?
I have it.
What? Oh.
What? What the fuck is happening? What the hell was that? The potato was fucking insane. I was holding it so fucking straight.
Hold on. Drop it.
You can do it, Pew.
What a fucking nigger. Jeez, oh my God, what the
Jesus
fuck?
Christ.
Sorry,
That's
but
so
what the
bad.
fuck?
Oh.
What a fucking asshole. I don't mean to...
Oh, I did remember exactly what it was.
Yeah, it's pretty bad, huh?
Oh, shit.
Legit, why would he do that?
I've seen so many memes. I like the one where they edit it where he just says like asshole the first time and then it's like, what if it was all a dream?
Oh.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
There's one. Oh, I wish I had signal. Well, like, I don't want to paraphrase it. We'll leave it for another episode. because it's a video of Louis explaining, like Louis C.K. He gave a theory on how the N-word came up. And let's just say, I don't even want to like, fucking
It's just say Miguel agrees.
paraphrase. It's an interesting theory. Well, guys, that was another episode.
Yes, it was.
And we're trying our best, and we have one Patreon subscriber.
Jose.
Shout out to Jose. Those $3 a month are gonna go a long way, buddy. Trust us on that.
Me and Miguel both get $1.50. That's 1.5 large soft drinks at McDonald's.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we're gonna split it 90-10.
Wait, which percent do I get?
Which one do you think, you stupid cracker?